Hey, creative friend. Today is Mindful Monday, and I want to invite you to do something crazy. I'm just kidding. It's not really crazy, y'all. But let's talk about just noticing the details. Sounds very simple, but something we can make hard. Here's an example. Like, you know that moment when the wire curves just right under your pliers? You know that loop that you've been practicing, or those swirls, and you're like, oh my gosh. Or when the light hits the gemstone, especially on that labradorite or labradorite, whatever, and it flashes like a color you've never seen before, and you're like, oh my gosh. Yeah, that's the magic right there. In the tiny details that we totally rush past. So when we're creating, it's so easy to focus on the big picture. You know, like the finished piece, the final project, is this turning out how I imagined kind of thinking. But when you shift your focus to the little things, the texture, the sound, the feel, something happens. You become more than just a jewelry maker, or just someone who just makes things. You become present. Okay? So noticing the details isn't about improving your craftsmanship, even though it does help. But it's really about deepening your connection to your work. Okay? Your connection to the process. Your connection to the materials. But most importantly, the connection to yourself. So as you work, I want you to take a moment to really look, not just at what you're making, but what's like happening right in front of you. Notice how the wire feels between your fingers. Is it firm or is it soft today? So which gauge are you working with? 16? Or are you working with aluminum wire that melts like butter, baby? Or you know, what type are you working with? And watch how the metal really bends to your needs, right? When I say metal, I'm talking about the wire, y'all. So each of those little things are reminders that you're here. You're creating something with your own hands, right? And I think that's really special, because sometimes we rush through and we're like, we got to get it done. And we miss steps 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, because we went from 0 to 9. And it's like, it's done, but you didn't get to enjoy any of it. Don't rush. Notice every little thing. Celebrate the small wins. Okay, you made your first eye pin. That loop where the back of the loop kisses the neck. You know what I'm talking about, you know? Or you got that swirl to look really delicious instead of kind of lopsided like you didn't want it. But you're noticing things, right? And you're celebrating them along the way. And I think that is so important to practice noticing, to be more mindful, and to be more intentional about your work. Okay, it's those moments where we can find the joy in the smallest things. I'm telling you, it sounds all woo-woo, but it really does make the art of creating more enjoyable. Okay, so here's what I want you to do, friend. The next time you start your little creative session, okay, try this little exercise. Pick one sense to focus on for 5 minutes. Now listen, I'm going to crack this joke real quick, because taste is one of our senses. If you licking your wire and the beads, that's your business. That's not the sense I'm going to take. I had to crack a joke there. But seriously, pick a sense. So if you're choosing your eyes, focus on what you see. The colors, the shapes, the reflections, because, you know, you might have those beautiful beads. Or if you focus on touch, what do you feel? the textures, the temperatures. Are your gemstones cold? Are they warm? The weight of the materials. Is this bead too heavy? Will it make very heavy earrings? Maybe not a great idea. Okay. Or what if you focus on your ears, what you hear? And what you hear is that subtle rhythm of your tools, right? Click, click, clicking. The beads and yeah. Oh, that could be, okay. Anyway, let yourself sink fully into that one sense and notice everything you can. And it may sound small, but listen, that's going to totally transform how you experience your art. It turns your workspace into a little place of wonder. Like, you know what? I never noticed that before. Okay? So make sure to notice those details, because they're what's going to make your creations and your creativity really shine. That's all I have for you today, my friends. And make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you can be just as nosy as everybody else and get the tea first. With that being said, happy creating. Love, Angela.